There we go.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the WTF show once again. I just want to talk a bit about something that is very important, I believe. This is why we named this unannounced live stream here, the WTF Hate Crew Community Alert Philippines episode 10. And of course, as you know, it has not been announced. I want to say hi to the guys who are tuning in. A lot has happened in the last few days, and I think it is going to be very important that you understand a few things. And I want you to keep an open mind. Doesn't matter if you're on our side or on the other side. This is a direct message to Frank B, the man on Bantayan, the Bantayan Titan. He has come out as we speak with another live stream, and he was addressing a certain issue. And you all know what I'm referring to. It is the issue of the exposure of Out of the Winter, historic exposure of Out of the Winter. And I'm slowing down here a little bit because I want you to take that all in. Maybe you want to get a pencil or pen and write this down. And if you are a supporter of the Bantayan broadcaster, you might want to do that. So I'm going to give you around 10 seconds. Get a pencil, a ball pen, a piece of paper, and write this down because this is going to be very, very important. And again, I just ask you for one thing and one thing only. Keep an open mind, especially when you are a supporter of what has been happening over on the Bantayan Titans channel. And I am sure that Frank is going to listen to this. And yeah, okay. First of all, you heard these 6, 7, 8 live streams over the last 3 days coming out on his channel. He was doing one vlog, one podcast after another. And what was the topic? That he is destroying people, that he is taking them down, that he has resources and a big network. Never underestimate my resources, he said. Never. I am the guy who delivers since 7 years. And this is the biggest news in the community, the exposure of Out of the Winter. And then he went on and said, Alo took his channel down. Alo is hiding. Alo has got nothing on me. Alo is done. It's the end of the biggest predator in the Philippines YouTube community. Alo the Winter exposed. And he showed you pictures. He gave you addresses. Posted Facebook accounts of family members, of people. And now he is doing, as we speak, a live stream. He is scared. He is worried. Because he knows what's going on in the background. Now, let me tell you something about the supporters right now. The people who support him left comments, not only on his live streams, not only in his live chat, not only in his comment section, but on any other live stream there is in this community. It's talk of the town, the exposure of Alo the Winter. And you know it. It's true. It's big news. It's everywhere. I want to tell you this. To my guys and my supporter, I say, worry not, because we are going to win once again. And to both camps, the supporters, the pro-Alo guys, and the anti-Alo guys, I want to say this. Watch me, listen, because this is going to be probably my biggest and best masterpiece from the guys who brought drama into this genre. We are number one. We were always number one since the day of KBRRR and now on WTF live stream, the Hate Crew. Let me explain you that. Last week, we started these live streams, and it didn't take us 2 full weeks because it's only Thursday and we are already number one hate show in this community. Once again, we dominate and we speak for the majority of people in this community. The Bantayan broadcaster came out with a live stream where he played our sound bites and made snotty comments that it is outdated, that we missed the fact that I, Alo the Winter, was exposed. Now he is very, very nervous. And I tell you why, because he knows that people are going to do shit in the background. Again, I told you that you should keep an open mind. Now, Frank, why do you think? Why do you think I took down my channel immediately after you came out with that news? Out of the Winter exposed. Well, some of you might say that's because Alo is nervous, he's scared, he wants to hide. Do you really believe that's the truth? Do you really believe that I was scared, that that's the reason why I took down the channel? Immediately after you told the community that I am a certain person. Do you really believe that I was scared? Do you really believe, ladies and gentlemen, and that's for all the supporters out there who think that Frank won, do you really believe for a second that I was scared, that that's why I took down the channel? Don't you think that we have been long enough in this game to understand how it would look like when I take down my channel? Really? And you might be so blind right now to think that I was trying to deflect, trying to explain things away, right? But again, just do me one favor, keep an open mind. Just what I asked you initially on this live stream here. Keep an open mind because I'm not done yet, because I'm going to talk about this for weeks, maybe for months to come, because it is my biggest masterpiece yet. And I have taken screenshots of every single one of you low life, stupid motherfucking fools who made comments about this. We got Alo now. We found him. Let's give him a dose of his own medicine. Alo has to congratulate Frank because he is done. He is hiding. He is finished. I took every single one of these comments, and I will discuss that in the weeks and months to come because, again, I just love it. I just fucking love it. It's probably my biggest masterpiece, and it's so perfect. Let's get back to topic here. Do you really believe that I have taken down my channel because I was scared? And one of these guys is actually here. Bill, who just commented, Alo is done. Sex Pack Task Force, we found him. And then there are people with different names. The horses are out of the barns. They contacted people. Let me tell you this. And let me get to the next point here. And I know you're listening to this, Frank. This morning you backpedaled because you got nervous, not because out of the goodness of your heart, because you know what's going on in the background. And you are well aware of the fact that it was you who put that information out there. Ladies and gentlemen, where did you hear this information first? Out of the Winter exposed. The king of hate has been exposed. Where did you hear that first? You heard it on the Bantayan broadcaster's live stream. Isn't that right? And then he said, the Bantayan broadcaster said, there is a mole in the circle of Alo's friends. Could be this guy, could be that guy. And then he threw a couple of names, right? Alo cannot trust his guys anymore. Alo was thrown under the bus. I hope you're writing this down, right, ladies and gentlemen, because I want you to keep an open mind. I asked you 4, 5 times yet, and I will ask you 10 times more on this live stream and on other live streams. Keep an open mind because I am going to dissect each and everything, each and every comment that has been made by Frank about this issue. Frank said, there's a mole. Who is that mole? Who is the person who threw Alo the Winter, the king of hate, under the bus? Remember yesterday when I was on this live stream here with WTF, I was backstage and I was waiting, and there was a reason why I was waiting because I wanted to make it look like I was not on the WTF show anymore. And why is that? It's the same reason why I took down my channel. Don't you think? Did it ever cross your mind that I intentionally hide my channel? I'm going to tell you what. Next week, I'm going to put my channel back on. Hallelujah. Next week, I'm going to put my channel back on. I will not hide it anymore because there's no reason to do so. Now, the smart guys out there realize, okay, and the stupid guys out there will say, the reason why Alo is putting it back on because he got caught. He wants to make it look like he has nothing to do with this. Oh, is that really what you think? You must be really stupid. Yesterday on the live stream of WTF here, I mentioned something. I said, the mole, the person who gave me away, who threw me under the bus, must have been using Telegram or, and then I paused, which of course was all fake, and I said, Zoom. And Frank picked it up and said, it was because Alo was on Zoom. I don't have Telegram, I don't have Zoom. Now I'm going to give myself away. Frank, remember the email that you were sent? It says Zoom in there. How do you think I know that? How do you think that email got to you? And where do you think that that information comes from? Think closely. Where does the information come from? I could give you the exact time and date and the original of that. Keep in mind, it was you who broke the news. You got nervous. I even got the emails where you got nervous about it. You look like the stupidest fucking fool out there in all of YouTube, and everybody who supported you, everybody who was like, we got out of the winter. We have him. We put him down. We are giving him a dose of his own medicine are fucking fools. I was having a phone conversation with Michael Fazio, and he called me and he was laughing his fucking ass off because even he knew what was going on. And I'm going to upload that as my first video and put my #1 superstar, super troll account back on YouTube. I am the greatest guy on YouTube. I'm the best. I'm #1. I have the best fucking troll channel in all of YouTube. 7 years undefeated heavyweight champion of the world, super troll, fighting out of the right corner in the red trunks with Chester mask. Alo Willem Aloysius de Winter for Zurich, from Zurich, Switzerland, ladies and gentlemen. I pissed on every single one of you. I shitted on every single one of you for 7 fucking years, and you took the fucking bait, and now you are fucking threatening and harassing people, and by doing so, you are committing fucking crimes, every single one of you, because you have completely lost your fucking mind. You are doing it to a guy who has actually absolutely nothing to do with it. I am coming here on TF's live stream to say that I have absolutely nothing to do with the guy, not related to it, because it's just fucking perfectly matched, and you took the fucking bait. And next week, I'm going to put out dozens of fucking live streams where I will give you the evidence and all that shit. I cannot believe it. I was talking with Jerry Rizzo, and he told me they are never going to buy it. You have to do this in a much more sophisticated way. And then I said, fuck that, Jerry. We are talking about low life drunkards, failures in life, fucking losers. You could basically serve them shit and sell it as fucking chocolate mousse and even charge them for it. They would still fucking take the bait. And now some of you would realize and say, okay, I made comments, but I always knew it was not really him. Not a single time did I even mention a name. Not a single time did I even put a rebuttal out there because I knew you would fucking go crazy over it. I am number one and you are a fucking fool. I win, you lose. And I know that in a while you will come on and say, I always said it's not him, but you just tried to cover your ass. You just lost again because you don't even see it and realize it when you're eating shit and you're going on your fucking live stream and you're putting it all out there. Where did the email come from? And you put out names. Where do you think did it come from? The city of pines. Google that. Find out. The city of pines. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Alle the Winter, the best fucking live streamer, the guy who always wins. This is my biggest masterpiece yet. These guys came out with some watch blogs. That it is that raw facts guy, the Indian guy, and now they come out with some dude from Switzerland with certain names. I mean, you guys go ahead and do whatever you want. Why is it that I take down my fake channel, but I would leave up my real stuff? Really? Why is it that I will take down the Out of the Winter channel, but that other channel that you saw, I would still leave it up by now? Really? And I would not inform my family members and say, hey, it's coming. They are coming after you. Just put all your FB accounts on private. I wouldn't do that. Why? Maybe it's not me. What a piece of fucking low life loser community. I mean, we win again. We always win. We could make you believe. I mean, I could make you fucking believe WTF is Elon Musk. I could make you believe that Nico, who comes on our show, is fucking Michael Jackson. And you fucking would jump on it and believe it. That guy must be Arlo because Arlo is using a microphone where he changes his voice. Motherfucker, have you lost your fucking mind? You do whatever you want. You go fucking harass these people. I say don't do it because I don't want to encourage you, but you just be my guest because I have absolutely nothing to do with that guy, whatever you might believe. And it's only the clever ones who figure that out. What the fuck do you think is happening here? You know who sent him that email? You know who sent you that email, Frank?
Oh, shit.
You know who wrote that email, Frank? Do you really think I'm working with the guy up in the northern city? Do you want me to give you his email? Do you want me to do that? Do you want me to tell you when you received that email? Because you opened it on Saturday morning. Because we use email trackers. We know how long you look at this shit. We know when you... Okay? A masterpiece.
Oh, shit.
We gave him the ultimate pass to Nirvana. Out of the Winter, epic exposure. The biggest news since Pete Van Diver left the Philippines. Out of the Winter. This is Out of the Winter. Out of the Winter. This is his business. This is his name. This is his mom. This is his brother. These are his sneakers. This is his watch. Look at it. It perfectly matches, and it is exactly the same voice. Listen to me. Listen to me carefully, because that other guy speaks Swiss German. Take this soundbite here. Mein Name ist Alo de Winter. Ich wohne nicht einmal in Zürich. Ich habe nicht einmal den Zürich-Akzent. So, was wollt ihr eigentlich? Ihr glaubt, dass ich benutze, wo meine Stimme verändert, irgendwelche Software und solche Sachen. Das ist Nonsens. Das ist absoluter fucking Bullshit. Und ihr sicher sind einfach die dümmsten, verdammten Hurensöhne, die da draussen irgendwie glauben, ihr könnt uns hier als Beiseichen, fickt euch alle ins Knie, der verdammte Verlierer. That's how I sound. That's my language. That's how I sound. Now you go back there and you fucking compare it, you piece of shit, low-life, drunk motherfuckers who have no clue about nothing. We just did it again, and we did it in your fucking face. We pissed and shitted on you, and now you're going around saying, I always knew it was not him. I always knew it was not him. No, you did not, because I made sure that I catched every single one of these fucking screenshots. It is him. It is him. You know that other guy, CW, the guy who was supporting Bama. Hey guys, we got him. It is him. Dumb fuckers, it's 100% him. Why? Because it's a Filipino Swiss, and he likes watches. There's only one guy who is a Filipino Swiss and who likes watches, which, by the way, in Switzerland is kind of like in America. When an American guy says, I like football, is that seldom there? Or when an American guy says, I like ribeye steak, or a Canadian says, I am into hockey, or an Australian guy says, I like footsie. When the Swiss guy says, a guy who grew up in Switzerland, I have a Swiss pocket knife, I like cheese, I like watches, it comes with the fucking territory, guys. And there are more than just one Filipino Swiss out there. There are tens of fucking thousands out there. Okay, there are tens of fucking thousands out there, even in the Philippines. Marlon Stockinger, Martin Stoyle, Remo Puchert, Tina Bonneville, the Eigenmann family. They're all celebrities in the Philippines, and everybody knows it. There was a general under Marcos, General Menzi, a Swiss guy, who owned the Marcos property up in Baguio City, who had a fucking hacienda out in Leyte and Samar and whatever. The Sulik family is a Swiss family, one of the biggest farm companies in the Philippines. Ladies and gentlemen, it might surprise you, but there are Swiss people, and there are many Filipino Swiss people out there. And some of them like watches, and some of them like sneakers. You guys are the most, I am almost ashamed that you guys are part of this fucking community. I'm ashamed of the fact that you fucking guys are so fucking low, so fucking stupid. I wonder what kind of people you guys are. Fucking low-life criminal pieces of shit with a fucking internet connection, failed in life, fucking mothers who had fucking heart attacks and fucking drunkards, fathers who were fucking drug addicts, in and out of the fucking jail, no pedigree, no nothing, no education to speak of, fucking pieces of shit. And this is what you fucking deliver? This is what you fucking deliver? A fucking nothing burger? We got all of the victories exposed. Victor, 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 victory. Epic, epic, epic. Yes, you got him, Frank. You're the best, Frank. You won, Frank. He's done, Frank. He's only 5'5". He's a small guy. He's destroyed. He's nothing anymore. He has to congratulate you because you got him. And I will talk about this for fucking weeks and months to come. I'm fucking rambling on here. How long have I been on? It's like 20 fucking minutes. This is going to be the longest fucking speech ever on YouTube. Alo de Winter, this is Alo de Winter, this is Alo de Winter, listen to the podcast. He sold his company. He's a minimalist. He's a vagabond. What the fuck, man? And I never thought that he would even get support for that. I never thought he would even take the fucking bait. And now a dude says, the horses are out of the barns. We are going to contact them. It's kind of like saying, there's a Filipino American guy on YouTube is talking shit. I'm going to send this to another Filipino American guy that I know back in Idaho. As if there's like one or two Filipino Americans. As if there's just one guy out there. And it perfectly matches because it's the same language. Es ist das gleiche Schweizerdeutsch. Er redet genau gleich wie er. Es ist genau die gleiche Stimme. Es ist genau das Gleiche. Es ist der Alo. Und der Alo, der Winter, der benutzt nur ein Mikrofon. What the fuck? What a bunch of fucking losers. Why don't you just take your fucking channels and go away? Because I really thought that we will have a fucking competition, a battle here. But look at the shit that you got. Look at the equipment you got. Look at the houses you live in. Look at the way you look like. Fucking burned out. Fucking sick, tired, burned out. Nothing. 7 years wasted for nothing. You really believe you can win this? You cannot win this. You cannot win this. You don't even know our names. You don't even know the stuff that we tell you since 7 years is a well-orchestrated fucking big lie. Starting with everything. You don't even know if I'm Filipino or not. You don't even know if I have a Swiss passport or not. You don't even know where I am because the things you hear is what you think is the truth. And we've been shitting on you since years. There are videos out there where I talk about doing this and that, where I walk through Oklahoma. Never been in fucking Oklahoma. Never been in fucking Oklahoma. Right now, as we speak, we are going around. We are trying to find the guy with that name in the Manila area with condos. Where did you get that information from? Because I told you so. Ladies and gentlemen, because I told you so. And if you forget everything I said, you have nothing, zero, nada, niet händer. Absolute niet händer in the hand. Niet. There's nothing. Is he Filipino? Is he not? Is he half Filipino? Is he not? Is he in Manila? Is he in the Philippines or not? How do you know that? How do you know that I do not? When a guy is doing shit like this, how do you know he's not just playing music with roosters in the background to make you believe he's somewhere in a barangay? How do you know? Or when I knock on a toilet lid and you think that's my hand or my watch, and then you go out there and say, that is him because we saw that Indian-looking dude has the same watch. And when one guy says, William Aloysius de Winter lived at the Bahnhofstrasse in Zurich, I got his address because Alo put out a video with the North Face duffel bag where he accidentally doxed himself. Ladies and gentlemen, don't you see it? There's a reason why you do this. There's a reason why you don't even know my name and how I look like and where I am. You just think you know. And you have been played, and I'm transparent about it, that I can tell you right now, I'm shitting on your mouth and pissing into your ears. And you don't even realize it. That's how dominant we have become in this community. That's how big we have become in this community. The Chester is a fucking brand. It has become a fucking hate brand. Undefeated. Number one. And there's nothing you can do about it. It took us 2 fucking weeks, not even 2 fucking weeks, and we made this channel the number one hate channel in the community. And yet you are here. Why? Because you know deep down there, you know what I say is the truth. And it fucking pisses you off, and you know it. Frank, what are you going to do now? Come out with 4, 5, 6, 7 other vlogs where you say you always knew it, you always said so. Really? Are you really that predictable? If I were you, I would just go away and do something else. Talk about the beaches, talk about the palm trees, talk about your new project, how you are going to paint these red walls and green walls in your house, and how you're going to replace the sink in your new mansion, okay? Why don't you just do something like that? Because you obviously cannot compete with the number one live stream in this community. I'm the Chester. I'm the best. Whatever you hear, whatever you see, always think twice. If you think you hear something in the background, I heard there is a car driving by. Maybe he must be living near a road. Or I heard there is an airplane, so he must be somewhere near an airport. Do you not think that we know that? Because that's how we fuck you guys. That's how we find out your addresses, your names, your employers, where you live, your social security numbers, your insurance companies, when you went broke, with whom you were married, your divorces. That's how we found out about that guy, Michael Schwager. That's how we find out about these fucking court cases. That's why we always fucking win. That's why channels pop up in the middle of nowhere of YouTube with fucking info. And you think that has nothing to do with us? The editing, the info that's going out there. We always fucking win. It's a fucking enterprise. You cannot you cannot win against the fucking enterprise of fucking haters from every corner of the world. We are the best, and we probably always will be. Because there is a reason why we are. Because our dudes, shout out to every single one of them, are family guys, fathers, decent guys, guys who have a
Yes.
sense of humor, good people. And the only reason why they're on YouTube is because of miscreants like those fucking lowlifes. The ones who abuse women and children, the ones who run
Mm-hmm.
from the law. And I know that there are people out there who still support these guys, and there will always be people who support them. But that's the difference. We get skills, you don't. And the reason why you are here again, losing again, is exactly the same reason why you lose in real life too. Why you run to a fucking remote island buying a shit hole, and then you think that anyone out there would be jealous of that. That's the reason why you have no money, no education to speak of, and nothing to be proud of. And it took you years, decades to get to that point, to realize that. And the only thing you could do now is walk away from this fucking nonsense and say, I'm going to enjoy my life. But you cannot. And you won't. You will come back and you will try to rebuttal because that's all you got. You being on YouTube is all you got. And you don't even fucking enjoy this, but we do enjoy this. Do you not hear the excitement in my voice? It's almost like fucking a young guy in the ass. I like that. What do you like? What do you do? Because I know you're out there listening to this and recording this, and you think that I am the fucking crazy guy. Maybe you're right, but we always fucking win. We always, always, always win. We are not going to start to lose just because somebody put out some information, which, of course, I want to apologize because I never wanted to cause any trouble for anyone who is not involved in this. Thank God I never mentioned any name. Thank God I never
Mm-hmm.
encouraged it. And thank God nobody will ever be able to prove anything. Because remember one thing, where did you hear this news come out first? And I just pray to God that these people are people who are tolerant and have a sense of humor. Because if I were them, I would run right away to fucking cybercrime unit PNP and say there are people who are contacting me on Facebook and on my business site, and I want these people to be held liable. In the Philippines, you tourists. You tourists. And I just walk away from it. The whole fucking house in flames, going up in flames. I'm going to put back my channel on maybe next week. And I will be coming out with a Michael Fazio reaction on the latest drama. It was recorded on the same day news broke out. and you will see a very happy, elated, laughing Michael Fazio. It's almost contagious. We had a great time. He had a great time, and he enjoys this shit big time. Another community update: Andy Omar, the biggest fucking troll in the YouTube community. My good friend Andy Omar wants you to know he is well and alive. He is busy. He has a new job. I congratulate you, Andy. And if ever you want to get back into you don't need us. I know you're a superstar yourself. You're always welcome on this live stream here. I think that was my speech. Now I'm going to read a few of the comments in the live stream, and I hope that you wrote everything down. Just to sum it up: all of the winter, number one troll, number one live streamer, WTF, Hate Crew, number one live stream show now in the Philippines. Didn't even take 2 weeks. Undefeated heavyweight champions of YouTube super trolling. 50 KO, zero loss, 50 win, zero loss. It's basically like fucking Floyd Mayweather, the Floyd Mayweather team, the money team on YouTube.
Mm-hmm.
Give him that.
Exactly.
You get to give him that undefeated fucking superstar. And if you are not convinced yet, and I know there are still stupid motherfuckers out there who are not convinced, next week we are going to release the evidence how the best choreographed date in YouTube history. I want to, resemble Frank's epic fucking titles. How the best choreographed masterpiece in YouTube history went down. The emails, the reaction, the drafting of the email, everything. Stay tuned. To our supporters, I want to say, do never believe the other side. We will always win. When you think that we are down, there's a reason why we do that. It never is because we are defeated, because defeating is not what we do. We always win. And to the other guys, I hope that you are ashamed of yourself, of the level of stupidity that you have reached. Some of them will now back down, and the stubborn little pieces of shit will still stick to it. It must be out of the winter because he's denying it, he's denying it, he's denying it. I'm not denying anything. I'm not confirming anything, but you do the math. Listen, and if that other dude, by the way, would not have podcasts out, it would be very hard. It would be very hard to, walk away from this, because then they would say it must be him, it must be him, it must be him, it must be him, it must be him. You will soon enough find out that you have been baited every single one of you. It's a fucking masterpiece. I'm so fucking proud of myself. I'm probably going to rub one out like 3 times in a row, and then probably put some Nivea lip balm into my asshole, and then just jerk off to some gay fucking porn on boyfriend.tv. Shout out to my friends over on boyfriend.tv, featuring Rehaim Shabazz fucking Joaquin. It's a very nice clip. You should check it out. It's a Brazilian mansion where 3 bodybuilder dudes fuck a skinny guy in the ass. Fantastic. I jerk off to it all the time, especially when I'm so victorious today. That was my speech for today. I'm going to the live chat. I'm going to read a few comments there. Please, it's your stage, WTF. Thank you.
Yes. I was watching this awesome show earlier where I see Jerry the Fairy go live on Jay the Gay Deal, Jay the Real Fucking Deal, Jay the Gay Deal. You know what's sad about you, Jerry the Fairy, is you are a predator. You have no life. You don't have anything going for you. So what do? You go on Jay's show, the biggest show in the community about making money. I mean, the guy looks like a fucking hamster sitting behind a fucking camera. Motherfucker, why don't you get a lawnmower? Rent a fucking lawnmower and shave that chest, dude. I mean, shit. But you see this guy, Jerry the Fairy, pop up with this Mexican avatar, thinking he's tough shit. I got to say something. Jerry, I've challenged you before, and I'm still challenging you. Come on this show and you and me have a chat. You seem to love to fucking be a predator and act like you're fucking got these big webbles and you're gonna fucking overtalk a guy and say, "Oh, Chicago. Oh, I know everything." You know what, motherfucker? You weren't born in. You don't know shit. You're just a fucking wannabe Armenian terrorist. That's all you are. You hate America. You hate everything about it. You're a fucking left fucking deep state motherfucker. You go to the Philippines. You know, your new name, I want to put this out there to everybody, is the Valencia Hobo. That's your new name. You just adopted a new name.
The Valencia hobo, I like it.
The Valencia Hobo. Okay?
I would actually
And
go as far as say it's the Valencia Sanden, but I am not allowed to say stuff like that anymore.
yeah, well, it can be whatever, but he's sitting there in Valencia making everybody think, but in actuality, he's running from reality. He can't support himself anywhere else, so he hides up on the mountain. And what he says it's cooler and do this. What fuck? If you're a fucking high rolling pimp, why does it matter where you're at? Fuck, pretty much everybody has fucking AC. You got to have it. What you're concentrating on all these things that are meaningless? What? I thought you were a high roller. Thought your portfolio was fucking stacked. What the fuck? Jerry the Fairy? What's going on? I mean, you've got multiple names now. You're fucking popular. The Valencia Hobo
The
and Jay.
Valencia hobo. Let me just write that down. Valencia
Sure.
hobo. And everybody out there who's in the chat right now, welcome to the best show on the Philippines, in the Philippines genre. Please get a pen. Please get a pencil. Whatever. Write it down on the palm of your hand. Valencia. Let me just put it. Valencia hobo. Okay, I got it. Please go ahead.
Yeah. On Jay the gay deal, fucking short fucking little hamster there, fucking leaning back thinking he's a fucking tough guy with this money. Anybody who fucking talks about it don't have shit. You don't see me out there fucking displaying my portfolio. They're fucking, and someone's another person that's got little man syndrome is whoop whoop. You know, and I want to address your last video. Whoop whoop. You can't do shit. Already got it taken care of. You can't do shit. You need to remember something. You're in the Philippines. You're not in America. Just let that sink in a little bit. What do you think? You've got this mass following of people that are going to fucking follow you? You're a fucking psychotic wannabe military guy that couldn't handle it and got kicked out. That's it. Period. You want to
Bill,
attack us? Yeah, go ahead.
Bill, I know you're listening to this. You know, Bill from
Yep.
Star Wars and Galactica. Bill, that guy.
Mm-hmm.
I saw that you left comments over on the Bantayan Broadcasters channel, and you said, "Allah should congratulate you, Frank. You just pulled a masterpiece." I think, Bill, if you were man enough, you would wait until I put back my channel, and then you should be the first to congratulate me, right? But I know you're not man enough. And you know that Kiwi guy, Bruce Thompson. Oh, 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 oh. Oh, 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 oh. What the fucking nut job. I saw your comment too, and I wouldn't do that, Bruce Thompson. I know you're a fucking loser, so I let it go. But don't comment anymore because we really know where you are at. And you know what I usually do with people when we know where they are. And this is actually something that you also got to understand, especially the other guys, because the Bantayan broadcaster said, but Alo doesn't like it when you go after his family. You know, that's not even the point. We don't really want to explain that to you. The thing is this: you don't threaten us, we threaten you. That's all you need to know. Our families are off limits for you. We have the
Exactly.
license to fucking threaten you. Do you understand that? Because there's another guy who said, why is Alo on there when they are against threatening family members? No, 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 no. You don't get it. We are not. I'm not against threatening family members. I'm against threatening my family members. That's it. You know, because the king and the peasant, they don't dine together. You got it now. You got it now. You piece of shit, low lifes out there. You got it now.
So whenever Jay, the gay deal, is off of the knob of fucking the Valencia hobo, you know, you go on that fucking show, it's fucking hilarious. You'd love to go somewhere, and but when the lost nomad comes up, you fucking run for the fucking forest like a typical fucking coward. You're a fucking coward. You're trying to find something to fucking validate yourself. You're trying so hard. And what you're doing is you're stepping on your own dick. You look like a fucking idiot. You just don't realize how stupid you are. Fucking over talking a guy that sounds like he's probably fucking way high on weed or something. But regardless of the fact, you act like you got this superiority fucking complex. What the fuck? So I want everybody in the chat that's listening. He has a new name, the Valencia Hobo. Anybody sees him, rag his ass, the Valencia Hobo. And Jay, the gay deal. Because that motherfucker, I don't see him with any women. He's sitting behind a computer talking about crypto coins. I don't know about you, but if you come to the Philippines, I wouldn't be talking about that shit. But you know, all these guys are pimps and they got fucking high fucking portfolios, got that money flowing in. The same guy doesn't even take care of his children. I mean, fuck, his own kids. I hope
There's a
you're
guy
listening.
in the
Go
chat.
ahead.
There's a guy in the chat with the name the
Mm-hmm.
Legend Fairy Tarkstanian, and
Mm-hmm.
that
Mm-hmm.
picture, that fucking picture he uses,
Yes.
it's just fucking. I mean, can you just fucking send me a copy of that because I don't. I just think that is from the MJ shorts. You know where he was wobbling his head like a fucking Indian dude
Yeah.
that go.
Yeah.
It's like it just fucking cracks me up. You know, it's just a
Yeah.
fucking
Yeah.
fantastic.
It is.
I need to get a hold of that, and it's just fucking perfect. Sorry. Uh,
Yeah. No. 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 It's fucking. It is.
yeah,
And
this
then
this one.
I mean,
You know, it
what's
looks like. Do you guys there's these jackass movies, and Johnny Knoxville sometimes puts an old man
mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
mask, like to look like an old guy, and he has a figure, a character that looks exactly like the guy here, and, like a silicone mask. And you guys might know, of course, it's Jackass Johnny Knoxville, the main character on there. He does pranks with this kind of mask, and it's usually an old ugly guy, and it just looks exactly like the dude who like this dude, he the legend Fairy Tarkstanian. The legend Fairy Tarkstanian. Just check out this fucking avatar here. It's fucking hilarious. I love that avatar.
I would love, like you were saying,
It just
but
gives me a hard on.
you know what's even more funny is that day I gave him a fucking mental blowout on the streets in Dumaguete when he fucking couldn't handle it and he had a blowout. Just remember that, the Valencia hobo. Just remember that.
We don't like people like you here in Dumaguete. As if oh man, as if like I am the boss. I am the dive master of all of the Visayas. I catched a couple of minutes on that other live stream, on gay deal. and there was
Yeah.
a guy on there, not probably not the sharpest crayon in the box. And
No.
this is exactly what I mentioned to you earlier. When you talk to the fairy, it's always like he listens to you, wants to jump onto something, like pointing out a fault. He tries to find fault in your statements. It's like, and it's kind of, it's almost an obsession, when you say something and then the guy was like, "I'm from Florida, but I live in Chicago." But no, no, no. Now I live in Chicago, but I'm from Florida. And then Jerry would just jump on and say, "No, no, no. It's you just said." He tries to find fault. And he does that all the time. He does that all the time with all the people. It's probably driven by some sort of a fucking complex or something. And it must be very hard to be around that guy. I mean, I never tell that to him, and since he is not going to listen to this, it's kind of like an open secret, but don't tell anybody, since we are not live right now. WTF? But Jerry K is a real piece of shit. Okay, but don't say that I told you. Okay, thank you.
That's fucking hilarious. Oh, wait a minute here. I gotta check something. Ah, Mr. De Winter. There's a guy in the backstage here that says the cat is out of the bag.
The
Wonder who
cat
that
is
could be.
out of the bag. Who is it? Who is it?
Hmm. I don't know. Should we bring him up and give him the honor of the court? The
Yes,
the
sir.
fucking hate court?
Yes, sir.
Let's see who it is. I'm gonna hover over that bitch and kick him out if it's some asshole.
Yes.
All right.
Let's see what
Oh,
happens.
it's actually he's got his. It's Frank, I think, but I'm not sure.
If that would be Frank, it would be a fucking epic live stream. He would come on and say, "I always knew, I always knew.
Yeah,
I love my
yeah.
daughter, and I go grilling with my son-in-law. We go to Lake Michigan and we hunt down sharks together. We are a great family." And my brother Alan, he is Alan DeGeneres, is his real name.
Well, here he comes
Sometimes I just
on.
fucking wonder, how do I come up with all this fucking shit, man? It's like, yeah, bring him on. Let's see if it's him. Most of the
Yeah,
guys don't really dare to get on the panel anyway and say something.
yeah. But it's good for a good laugh either way, you
Of
know.
course, of course.
You know, and that's what it's about. Fucking laughing,
Yeah,
ladies and gentlemen. That's
yeah.
what it's about. Okay, here we go. What's going on? Oh, he bailed. That didn't last.
That didn't last very long.
Yeah,
Yeah, but usually it's people who make a fake account and they jump on and then they think
yeah,
like,
I
okay, I'm
know.
going to
I
say
know.
something, and then they're fucking starstruck. It's like the Idaho guy, the Idaho stock boy, Mr. Amazon, Mr. Tough Guy, Mr. Havoc Master. When he came on, he was like, and then he just jump off. Or did you kick him out? I mean, it's the same. No contribution, no nothing, just zero contribution, nothing, just boring. Nonsense.
Yeah,
How
I
long? How long do you think will it take for the Pantayan broadcaster to do another live stream and rebuttal everything? I always knew it was fun. Look, this is what he's going to say. You don't even need to go there. The only reason why you need to go there, actually, I rephrase that. The only reason why you need to listen to him is because it is going to be very, very cool and hilarious to hear him say, um, "I always knew." Okay, that's the message of the day. I always knew. You always knew. Ha 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 ha. And we had a good time. Can we not have a good time? I'm also all about fun and banter. Okay, I'm Frank. I'm your friend. I want to be part of the community. I'm going to
mhm.
remove my eye bags, and then I'm going to Cebu for 60,000. I'm going to remove my eye bags, and I'm going to look like Brad Pitt, and I'm going to be a stud, and I'm going to looking, and I'm the best guy, and I have a house, and the walls are red, and the walls are green, but I'm going to repaint it because I am the new playboy in town. My name is my name is Hello People. I'm Bobby Battaglia. Na 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 na. You know that song? I am the cutest boy in town. Look, Frank will rebuttal this, will retract, backpedal. He already did because he knows what's going on and he knows it's connected to his name. Because who, ladies and gentlemen, came out with that news? Who has doxed people? Who has called them the biggest predator in YouTube? Who? And now the horses are out of the barn. You guys might commit crimes, cyber libel, guys, cyber crimes, slander and libel. And for what? Because you thought I was that guy or I'm related to them? What a fucking masterpiece. And I want to say thank you to Bill, by the way. I didn't expect that you would congratulate me. I give you that respect. I didn't expect that. Good sports. Thank you, Bill.
Yes, I agree. Yeah, 100%. You know, I'm just loving how this channel is turning out. I love laughing my ass off. You know, if all these people that say, "Oh, I hear all this all the time on their shows. Oh my goodness, you're, he thinks, like, whoop whoop. He thinks he has a show. He thinks he has this. He doesn't have that. You know what?
And
I'm
they
not
are
a
so
bum.
stupid because they have been exposed. I did it. I did it. I did it. I am the greatest guy. 7 years. Don't underestimate me. I have resources too. And then boom, bang. Who
Yeah.
gave you that email? Why did Allah take it down? Who
Hmm.
has been exposed? Huh? Huh? Hmm?
Oh, we got an interesting
Hmm?
we got an interesting guy. We got Jerry Riso in the background.
If
Awesome.
it's Jerry Rizzo, to put the guy on, one of my favorite
Yeah.
dudes in the whole community. And
Yeah.
I want to say, welcome Kevin Tuttle because I saw Kevin Tuttle in there, and I am very surprised because Kevin Tuttle said that he remembers a show where I asked Frank one question and one question only, and he already ran. And I'm so fucking proud of you guys out there who still remember the glorious days of the past. And that makes me proud. It makes me almost emotional. I'm wiping away a tear right now as we speak. Kevin Tuttle in the chat. Welcome back.
Hello.
Hey, Riso, is it you? Is it you?
Yeah, it's really me.
Welcome to the
So
show.
you mean to tell me, motherfucker, that you aren't a fucking dildo entrepreneur?
No, sir. No.
Ah, for fuck's sake. Oh, I'm
And ladies and
absolutely
gentlemen,
gutted.
Jerry Riso here. Remember that conversation we had like 2 or 3 weeks ago? And I told you what I am going to do, and you said maybe
It
you
was
should
longer
do
than
it.
2 or 3 weeks ago. I think
It's
you
even
sent me
months.
it. I think about 2 months ago, you sent me the
Yeah,
profile of that guy,
yeah,
and
yeah.
you floated the idea with me. Fucking hell, brilliant, Frank! You dumb motherfucker. I mean, you fucking stupid cunt. Hook, line, and fucking sinker. Honestly, man, you were anyone would think you fucking discovered nuclear fucking fission the way you were carrying on. You fucking idiot. Oh, fucking brilliant. Brilliant.
And you
And
even have, and Jerry, you even had doubts if I could pull it off because you said it's so fucking obvious, it's not going to work. You need to do it in a subtle way, more so, you have to build it up. And I said, hey, Jerry, what do you mean? What are you talking about building it up? I mean, we're talking about fucking idiots, okay? And then Jerry just paused and says, maybe you're right. Yeah. And it just fucking worked. It's probably, I told you, I mean, at the beginning of this fucking live stream here, I told you it's
Hmm.
probably my biggest masterpiece, Jerry.
oh, look, and the fact that the profile of this guy, I mean, a fucking dildo entrepreneur, and given all this fucking gay shit you always carry on with, it could not be better. The guy had photos of him in gay orgies. You know, I'm sure Frank got on fucking Skype and he called his brother.
Yeah,
I've
that's what
discovered
they're
you.
actually doing right now. I'm telling you, dudes out there who are, there's a Discord group where they say, family members have been contacted. I just want to make, and I just want to go on record. I have absolutely nothing to do with that. I don't condone that. I call on everybody out there, because if we go to the cops about this and cyber libel and whatever, I just want to be on record. I, Alan the Winter, have absolutely nothing to do with that person. I do not condone any form of criminal acts. Cease and desist. I want to be on record. What you do is up to you. But I want no part in this, because threatening people, when I do that, it's always, and I don't give myself away here too much, but it's always very vague. I never really say a certain word. I never refer to people in the Philippines, or mostly overseas, and most of the time is staged. I mean, when I talked about on the Pony Show about doing stuff to probably minors, I believe it was. That was because it was staged. Because the other guy, that's Andrew, he knew that, and Andrew and I are actually friends and talk behind the background, because they thought it was real, and then they encouraged Andrew, who lives in Florida, to go to the fucking sheriff's department about it, because there's a lot of shit out there that is really just staged. When I say shit, it's very vague. It never refers to a real person, and it's never Alan the Winter, are going to do this and that to that person. I just want to be very clear about that. So going on record, cease and desist. I want no part in this. If you want to harass these people out there, which are citizens, by the way, of the Philippines and Switzerland, please don't. But I just want to say that because at some point I think these people might go to, because they have the money, the power, and the connections. You have seen what kind of people they are. The guy lives in a high class, probably one of the most expensive hotels in Zurich. And if he hears this, I just want to put it in Swiss German. Ich würde mich gerne an dieser Stelle bei Ihnen entschuldigen. Ich habe mit dem überhaupt nichts zu tun. Ich bin selber von den Philippinen, habe auch einen Schweizer Pass, und irgendjemand dort draussen hat vermutlich uns aufgrund von dem verwechselt und tut jetzt sie und ihre Familie beschmutzen mit Anschuldigungen. Und ich möchte mich an dieser Stelle entschuldigen. Ich werde alles tun, dass das so nicht weitergeht. Und yeah, I just wanted to tell that guy if something will happen or people will go out there, I apologize to him. Somebody is using him to obviously get even with me, and I want no fucking part of it. Honestly, thank you.
What happened to him? Did he? Maybe he got a call.
He often is busy with. He probably has an incoming phone call. Yeah, there I said it. I just sent a direct message to the guy that they think is me, and to his family that I apologize that somebody's coming after him. Obviously, somebody has this is a case of mistaken identity, and if they want to clear up things, they can always reach out to me. I did it in Swiss German because at some point I do believe they will react, and I don't want to be the guy who send them emails or harasses them on FB for no fucking reason, So again, cease and desist if you want. It's up to you. But Jerry here, I believe we will have him on the live stream again. But he was one of the guys, and you heard him, and that's actually true. I talked about this fucking 2 months ago. Because look, this is how you pull it off. Just in case you also want to be a super troll like me. Throw out information about yourself. Do a vlog where you wear a watch. Do a vlog where you zoom in on your sneakers. And then the image will be, when you always do that again and again over months, is the sneaker guy. He is the watch guy. And then basically the watch guy becomes everyone. You could basically upload videos with a guy wearing similar sneakers who is Tokyo, Melbourne, Zurich, Oslo, Madrid. All fake, all fabricated. And it's actually Seth Style who knows a little bit about this, because I told him, when I come into this community, I'm going to lie, deceit, mislead, bait, create chaos, take over, overwhelm, become the number one, and here I am, the biggest fucking troll in YouTube history. And Frank, you thought that you are on the same level? You thought that you got us? Really? Based on what? Because you got an email. There will be a day where I will tell you who actually really wrote that email. Somebody in All of the Winter circle. All of the Winter now has to reassess his circle. The guys that I work with are absolutely reliable.
Mm-hmm.
Not a single one of them would snitch on me. Not a single one of them. We have been doing this for fucking years, digging up criminal records, digging up information about people for fucking years now. It's our guys who steal info from you. We have moles in your circle, not the other way around. We would not be sitting here if it weren't for these guys who always supported us. 7 long years. Golden Rock Group, Quadriga Group, the Hungarian hackers, you know who you are. Our guy in Melbourne, Beauregard Houdini, every single one of them. And Ludwig Wittgenstein, throw Ludwig Wittgenstein in there too. You guys know who you are. We always win. I can't say it enough. I will keep saying this. We always win. We always win. We always win. You have to step up your game, but you never will get on that level. Let's just fucking about that. The best is go away because I don't know. Not that I am bored or something, but always winning. There's no real battle. There's no real competition. There's no real punching bag out there. What the fuck, right? What the
That's
fuck?
exactly
WTF?
WTF. What
Yeah.
the fuck? What's going on, Popeye?
Hey, how you boys doing tonight?
How you doing?
So we're finally getting around to the dildo guy.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that was pretty fucking funny.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, that
Oh,
was pretty funny.
yeah.
I mean, come on, you're fucking with a 67-year-old man who's on lithium because he's bipolar, and he takes
Mhm.
Xanax on the side. Where's the challenge in that?
The challenge is that this guy, when he came out with his fucking live stream, he somehow had delusions of grandeur. And there is one thing I love to do is to cut them down to their real size. I mean, first they
Mhm.
start out as Andrew the Giant, or what's its name? Andrew the Giant's like Undertaker style,
Andre the
8
Giant.
foot Andre the Giant,
Mhm.
exactly. And then when you are done with them, they walk away like Wee Man. And you know who is Wee Man? That's the little guy on the Jackass show. The super little guy was like 3 foot tall, a complete joke. And they dare you. I mean, that guy went as far as saying, Alo is 5'5". He is challenging us. He is talking about Bama and he's talking about myself. I'm 5'7". And it's all about that guy. That guy they think is me. And the thing is this: after this show, it should be very clear. It's really just fucking. When you heard Jerry and when he told you, like I said to him, it was like 2 weeks ago that I mentioned it. It's not true. I planned this since fucking 2 or 3 months, just 2 or 3 months. And then I thought, okay, this is the right moment. And you know why is it the right moment? Ask me why is it the right moment. Alo, why now? What was the trigger for you to put that info out or to create this chaos? Can somebody ask me why? Can you ask me why, Popeye? Why now? Just ask me why now.
Okay, why now, Aloe?
I did not hear you that you were cutting out there. Can you say it again? Can you say why now, Alo? Because I didn't hear you that well.
Why now, Aloe?
Thank you very much that you asked me this question. I was about to tell you to ask me that question. Why now? Why now?
Now.
Now, WTF and I did a live stream last week, and there was a guy on there. I barely remember his name, but I think he goes under the name The Whale Reporter, who is based in the city of Pines. Isn't that right? Remember that guy?
Yeah.
And WTF here was not too happy about him because he was always talking over people. And he said, "You are not welcome on this show anymore. You shouldn't come on the show," right? And everybody thought, oh, maybe they had a falling out. Maybe it's not welcome anymore. They had a falling out. And you know what happened then? The community thought we really had a falling out. And people made comments, oh, is the breeder not welcome anymore on this live stream? Oh, the breeder had a falling out. Oh, the breeder cannot be trusted. And Frank, you know what I'm talking about right now, right? And because of that, I thought maybe it's time to pull a Houdini here, a trick, a David Copperfield. And man, it worked out just fine. I would not have believed that on Saturday morning, breaking news on the Bantayan Broadcasters channel, Alo the Winter exposed, the king of hate is going down. We got him. And since then, there's no other topic. 6, 7, 8, 9 fucking live streams and every vlog about it. And then I clicked on every other channel. Bama's channel, G.I. Joe's channel, topic of town. Biggest topic, headlines. We got him. And people are sending me emails and messages. We got you, Alo. We are going to destroy you, Alo. People are sending out information to that family, Alo. Now you are done, Alo. And yet here we are, me announcing that my channel will be back next week, pulling the biggest stunt in probably 200 years of YouTube history, being the greatest fucking guy on YouTube itself. I mean, it's just like number one, number one, number one. And we actually, Popeye and WTF, we never dropped to number 2 because I can't remember. You might be able to remember, but I can't remember if anyone out there ever defeated us. Any single one out there.
But
Never.
Aloe, I have to caution you. Okay. Do you remember when Hillary Clinton was Secretary of State?
Yes.
Okay, good. In that time frame, a very tumultuous political event happened. Gaddafi was overthrown. Okay. And when they finally got him, they dragged his body into the street.
Out of that fucking pipe. I remember that video.
And fucking beat him. Fucking spit on him. Hit them with.
Stabbed him in the ass with a fucking knife.
Yeah, they desecrated his fucking body. It was just fucking horrendous, all right?
Yeah.
And see, it flashes in my mind when you say, they got Tallow. They got him. All I could think of is Gaddafi, how fucking hated he was.
Yeah.
You know, and the funny thing about this is, or not funny actually, I told WTF here and a couple of other guys, once we do this, it's going to be like a test balloon. It's like burning down a rice field, and you'll see who is hiding in that rice field, the snakes and the rats, because you will then realize everybody who comes out and comes after you because they think they got you are the ones who hold or held a grudge for years. And it was not a surprise when I saw all these names coming out, because they really thought we got him. We know it's him. And they even insulted others as dumb fucks. And I had the screenshots here because I will talk about this again for years to come. They called others dumb fuck. It's him. It's him. It's him. Listen to his podcasts. It's his voice. He's using another microphone. It's a fucking masterpiece. And I believe that Jerry WTF, and of course we will talk about all the details when we go through all the details again. And again, it's going to be very funny to look at Frank's channel, how he's going to take down one by one all these Out of the Winter exposed videos, and one by one he's coming out with vlogs where he says, hey, I'm one of you guys, okay? I got it, okay? Like winky wink, like hint hint. I always knew, right? I always knew. You know what? He didn't. He even emailed the man in Baguio and said, my ass is in danger. You put me on the spot here. He was nervous. And that's the reason why he backpedaled this morning, because he knows. He just fucking knows that this was not good, you know? And it's a masterpiece because one thing is you create chaos, you make everybody talk about you, everybody comes on after you, spits and shits on you, thinks that they got you, and then you turn it around in 1 second and say, I got the last laugh. Fact is, and you will not believe me, there is no information about me on any site. I never had any FB account. I never had any Instagram account. I never had any Twitter account that you can. What do you think? That I would just go out there and put my fucking info out there and then you can go and say, hey, we got him? That's never going to happen. So you just try fucking harder. And again, my offer actually still stands to Bama and Frank. If you ever come to Luzon, come meet me. And this is not a threat. We can have coffee. We can talk. There's no problem with that. Then you figure out how big I am, how tall I am. Because as of now, everybody thinks, oh, it's just 5 foot. Everybody here, or, all these guys here on WTF, they're just 5 foot tall. Why don't you just come to Luzon and then you find out about it? That's all I'm saying. Because again, I am to fucking meet these guys. Bama has a problem with us doing these live streams. I'm not going to come to Malbo, but I know that every now and then you have to leave the country because you are not a citizen here. And everybody who comes to the Philippines at some point has to travel through the port of Manila, right?
That's
and it
right.
would be a service, a public service to the community. The famous great out of the winter.
Well, Bama has a problem twofold now. His first problem is that that case that's pending against him that he paid $30,000 for. And this morning I woke up and, I checked my channel and there's a message on one of my Popeye One shorts. The Popeye One short dictum. Well, MJ Flipper posted, I'll be in, however you pronounce it, Mobile. Is that how you pronounce it?
Mobile, I think.
Mobile? Yeah. He says, I'll be in Mobile soon, Hobgoblin. So I hearted the comment, I think somebody's very unhappy with the Hobgoblin,
There's a guy in there who is impersonating that other guy. I just want to tell you that he said that I was a day late with It's All an Act thing. You can put out as many info about that guy as you want. That's entirely up to you. If you still believe, what you believe, that's not a problem for me. It really isn't. Let me just tell you, go back, because if you want, you go back to Frank and ask him who gave him that email. And then you will really have your doubts. Because, there is a guy in there, and I'm not only going, I'm not only, I will not even mention his name, because you will never hear me say that word. I will never mention that name. It's all on you, honestly. Contact Frank, ask him for the email that gave him the information, and then ask where that email came from. And then you will realize what a fool you are. You can dox and I really don't care who you contact, what Filipino Swiss families you contact, what Filipino Swiss families you harass. I really couldn't care less. Again, it's my biggest masterpiece. And for the guys who just tuned in, because our numbers here are like hovering around 50 viewers, I'm going to put back my channel next week. I'm going to upload my Michael Fazio clip. He will be also talking about this whole masterpiece thing here. I will always refer to it as the masterpiece from now on. The masterpiece will be explained in detail, the emails, the info, everything. And then I will also have Jerry Rizzo on, of course. And you heard him earlier. He was very, very happy about it. Unbelievable, right? It was a masterpiece.
I'm surprised you got away with it, and I'll tell you why. Because the last time last time around, I come out on a live stream and I told everybody that you killed yourself. And they fucking ate it up like it was fucking candy, right?
Yeah,
And it took them 48 fucking hours to fucking realize Aloe ain't fucking dead. And then they got all sad again. So you basically used the same fucking playbook, and these mental fucking morons fell for it again.
Yeah, and they don't give up. The guy here in the chat thinks, is because he has been fooled. He looks like a complete fool because the guy is now here and he says, okay, and he throws out names, and all these names are real names because I checked it myself. It's the family members, right? And he puts it out there and says, we are having fun. We are contacting them. The funny part in this is an innocent family who has absolutely nothing related, not to me and nobody else here, is getting all these emails and they're getting all these voice chat and voicemails now, and they have nothing to do. And that's absolutely on them. And they will keep going because they can't just admit, look, hey, we were totally fooled and we look absolutely bad. They just keep going. And they don't see that. It's basically like it's basically like contacting somebody in Idaho or in Wyoming and then bash them and say you are WTF's family. It's fucking absurd. And again, do whatever you want.
I mean, really, how fucking stupid can you be, man? I mean, and even when we started this RRR thing, I told people, I said, do not believe a fucking word that comes out of Aloe's mouth. I told you all.
Yeah.
He's consummate.
And I even confirmed that. But the thing is, they are so blind that they will say, Popeye, WTF, and Aloe, they choreographed this because it's really him, and he is scared, and he wants to distract people. Right? That's how they think. I mean, for them, there is no doubt that it is really me. And this show here is about me being nervous and me trying to deflect, right? That's how blind they are. That's how blind they are. Because a couple of weeks ago, they thought it's the Indian dude. It's the Indian dude with the watch. And now all of a sudden it's this guy. And why? Because A, similar voice. B, the guy is into watches, is like traveling around the world. And that will not go away. And actually, it's to my advantage. I feel bad for the other guys because they might file something and then it's really up to them because they were the ones who put it out there. And then it all goes back to that guy over in Bantayan who put that out there because he was on cam. You see him at the back where he holds he holds his cell phone in the room. We have the copies, by the way, Frank. We have the copies where he holds his cell phone and plays the podcast, and then you see him in the background. There's no denial that it is him who put that info out. He started the doxing. He called on his people and said, "Hey, let's go after him." And then he let images up there, and he let the FB account up there. He even posted it a couple of hours earlier this morning, an FB account that is a link directly to that family's FB account. And they took screenshots of that. So that's all on them. For me, it's hands off. They do what they need to do. You do what you need to do. I really, honestly, to be frank with you, I really don't care. As long as you cannot trace this back to me. And all I said is check who sent that email to Frank. Even there, hands off. You can't prove anything. But if you read between the lines, it's becoming more and more clear. And these people will not back down. They will keep going with it. And that's hilarious because that's the epitome and peak of fucking stupidity. Fucking stupidity. It's basically like saying WTF is Jeff Bezos. Let's go after Jeff Bezos. And him denying he's not Jeff Bezos means that's another reason why he is Jeff Bezos. And then that's it. And that's the kind of people we are dealing with. And if you deal with people like that, then it's never going to be a competition because every single one of them is a complete failure. We don't even need to look at them. We don't even need to know who they are, because if you are that dumb, if you are that stupid, if you fall for something like this, masterpiece or not, and you still stick to it because you really believe you got something here, then what else can we do then, right? It's entertainment,
That's
pure
right.
fucking entertainment.
That's right.
But what did you ask me for the other couple of live streams ago? WTF? What'd you ask me for?
Again, I'm sorry. I was looking at the chat. Sorry.
What'd you ask me for a couple of live streams ago?
Oh yeah, I remember now. Yeah, I get it. Yeah,
You asked me for
your
my
email.
email.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I told you frankly, pardon the pun, no.
Yeah, no, I didn't take nothing personal about that. I
And the
get it.
reason, and this is the reason why I told you no. Okay.
Yeah, I know.
And because, like, if my email got out there, I would be getting all kinds of fucking messages from different people. Okay. And
Yeah.
some of it would be from honest people, and
Yeah.
some of it would be from probably aloes people feeding me bullshit. And so, see, never give your email out. I mean, somebody sends you an email and they got information on it.
Right.
Dude, don't do a CNN, don't do an MSNBC. Verify the information. Okay?
That's right. That's correct.
Verify the information. Right? And you know, it's like Jerry K. He got upset the other night. He got real upset because I told him people are going to go out and say their name is Jerry K, and they're going to take bar fines and get those bar fines pregnant, and it's all going to lead back to you, Jerry K. And he was like fucking pissed. Okay? He was like fucking pissed. Oh, I'll tell you again. I made a call to Subic this morning. I called a few buddies up there and I said, hey, I want you to pay a few lady boys. Here's Jerry K's address. This is where he lives. Send them over there and have the lady boys tell his old lady that, they owe him. He owes them money, for a good fucking time. Right? And see, this is the shit I'm just gonna fucking do to you fucking people. Okay? I could sit here and do this kind of shit to you fucking people. I mean, because like when I started my channel a long time ago, all I wanted to do was tell my fucking sea stories, have a good time. But no, trolls come in the chat. Jerry K come in the chat. Fucking others come in the chat. And then the doxing started. And then this started, that started. And they all got mad at me because I fucking used to go on Quentin Blue. Right? Fucking Frank urinated all over himself because I went on Quentin Blue. You're on his side. You're my enemy now. And I never did a fucking thing to the guy. Okay? And I'm like, wow, these fucking people are really nuts online. They're really fucking got a screw loose. Right? But see, unlike you, I have evolved. I have turned around and said, okay, you want to play? Let's fucking play. Okay? Dude, you're dealing with a sailor. We don't give a fuck. I really don't. I have zero fucks to give, number one. Number two, I will come back. I will leave. I will come back. I will do shitty fucking things. I will make your fucking life miserable. And over what? Because you're pissed because guys like Jerry K, guys like fucking Big Kev, they all wanted to be number one in the genre. So, oh,
Uh-huh.
this guy's telling some funny stories. We got to squash him over here. Dude, I had no delusions of grandeur like some of you do. I just wanted to have fun with it. But you wouldn't let me have fun. Now I'm going to have fun with you. I'm going to be the prick I was 22 years ago.
Mm.
Okay? And trust me, if you talk to some of the people that used to work for me, they will tell you I was the biggest prick that walked the face of the earth. Right? So you could say, oh, Popeye's talking all tough. No, I'm not talking tough. I'm talking facts here. And this is the fact. You're a bunch of assholes, and you're going to fucking pay for it. Okay? And I'm going to pull every shitty trick in the fucking book. I might even fucking come on a live stream somewhere sometime and say fucking Aloe fucking slit his own throat. Just to see if you fucking swallow it. Right?
That's
See,
what we call a test balloon. You say something and you wait until people react.
and you could say that I'm pissed off. I'm not. I'm not pissed off. Fucking, it's much better to get even than it is to be pissed off. I'm going to get even and probably ahead too. And I will tell you all again, Aloe is a fucking consummate liar, fucking psychopath. Nothing that comes out of his fucking mouth is the truth. See, and the reason why he's good at it because he'll take a fucking lie and he'll mix just a hint of the truth in it. Right? See, and I'm telling you his playbook right here in front of God and everybody, but you just don't seem to fucking comprehend. I think none of you, I think you should all go back and take remedial reading in the special ed class. Okay? Really. I mean, because you're just fucking retarded, man. You really are. You're fucking retarded. All of you. All
Way
right?
you say retarded, it's funny as hell.
You don't fucking get it, man. Well, I got my boy Jack Thompson in the live chat, and I gotta ask you when. I gotta let my accent come out. I gotta forget my R's. Okay.
Yeah, I
So
love
look,
it.
guys. A, Aloe's a fucking liar. Okay. B, Popeye doesn't hate you. He wants to get even and get ahead of you. And C, you could pick the corn out of my shit and fucking eat it. Okay. Thank you for letting me rant. I appreciate
Oh,
it.
no problem.
This is the place to rant. It's called Rentoville. Rants
Yeah.
since 1853. I
This,
just received. I wanna say a few things here.
sure.
I just received a message over on my FB, and in the last few days, people talked about who could be the mole. And I'm not going to name anybody here, but that guy's name also came up, and he just said that everyone sees him as a mole because he has friends on both sides. And then his conclusion was, and it's 100% a statement that I absolutely agree with, is that they are so simple minded to conceive the fact that you can have friends on both sides. But, in their way of thinking, they keep it separated. And that's exactly what we use because we can read them. They become so predictable because we see through everything of this. Their lies and their scams, when they are lying, when they are nervous, when they take down their channels or their videos. In this community, the simple minded believe that when you had a falling out publicly, that that person becomes an enemy, and then they contact that person, and then they think maybe we can get information from that person. That's how people do it on here. And I give you an example. Bobby has been a friend for years now. Years. We talk almost every single day about all kinds of shit. But people still go over there and think Bobby and Alo are not friends. They are enemies because Alo is harassing him. And then they go to that video, Alo the Winter exposed. And then there are other videos up there where he calls it Alo the Winter doxed, where I accidentally turn around and then you see some address. And they don't get it. They still do not get it. And it's exactly this kind of simple minded stupidity that our guys, our side, uses against them. Because at the end of the day, we are dealing with people who probably have no education to speak of, simple minded idiots who just hear and see what they want to see, up to the point that when the voices don't match, it must be because he is using a software. Really? You can't tell the difference between my voice and that other guy's voice? Really? And you try to convince people who tell you otherwise that they are stupid because they do not know about special microphones and softwares? Really? And you think this is the best, the most epic exposure in YouTube history, and then you go on there on your channel and you come out with like nearly 10 live streams and vlogs? Really? And then there are people out there who still support this and say we got him, and they get like 10, 15, 20 thumbs ups? Really? Do you realize why we always win? Hint, hint. This might have been the show, the one show that explains it all to you. But I believe that there will still be people out there who say they try to deflect. This show here is the best evidence why they are nervous, because we are up to something. No, you are not. We will stay the course. We will do what we do.
So are we
And
up
you
to a
part
6-alarm fire yet?
all day. I think we are live all day long here. I mean, it's like when? I mean, WTF, tell us.
Are
Yeah.
we at
Any
6-alarm
day where
fire
we
yet?
were not live? Was there any day we were not live? I mean, sometimes it's spontaneously, sometimes we put out the reminder, but it's just every single day. 50,
Yeah.
60 viewers.
Yeah.
Last time, like
Right.
80 fucking plus viewers out of fucking nowhere.
Yes.
I mean, talk about
Yes.
number one. I mean, who else does that? Who else does that? Didn't take
You
us
know,
2 weeks.
I think they got one other problem too. It boils down to this. They say we're the haters. I mean, I don't look at us as haters. I look at us as pranksters, in your face, and free speech. Now, in their race for power and glory, because of their hate, you ever hear a thing called tunnel vision?
Yes.
I believe they have tunnel vision. Right? They can't see to the left. They can't see to the right. They can only see what's in front of them.
And you know why they get that tunnel vision? The
Because
factors
they're hate.
yeah. And that fucking blinds you. That's the one reason why they always fail. Because they want to see what they want to see. And they're having a they hold a grudge. I mean, let's not kid ourselves here. If they could get even with you about something, they would fucking do it.
Oh yeah.
They would just fucking do it. And it's dozens of fucking peoples out there. I mean, if I were that guy, they would go all in. And of course, it would be fair game. I wouldn't blame them, because I would say bravo, 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 because you really found me. But the thing is, it blinds them. it's the combination of two things mainly. One, it's revenge. The thirst of revenge really clouds their judgment, and revenge is driven by hate and also by hurt feelings. And two, a lack of intelligence and skills. And when you combine that, you have like low lives out there, like GI Joe, or the Bantayan broadcaster, partly I would say, and the toothless Alabama tick guy. You have people like that, and then the newcomer here, Ben, 40K loser life in Southeast Asia, dude, and a couple of others, and of course also their supporters. Do not forget their supporters, because a couple of days ago there was this guy CW who came up for the legal fees and who says he has resources and stuff like that. He was the guy who was trying to convince everybody on the live stream of Bama that yes, we got Aloe. It's 100% him. And then if somebody only said something like, yeah, but you're not sure, the voices don't match. No, 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 no. It's him, it's him, it's him. And you know what was his explanation? Listen to the podcast, is also a watch guy. As if there's only one watch guy in Switzerland, really. It's pure stupidity. And some of our guys, the people who support us, they could not believe it. How did he do it? Why is he that stupid? And of course, if you backpedal again, and they will say he was all in, it was fun. He also is a guy who can have fun and stuff like that. He's that predictable. The best he could do now is take it all down, never talk about it. And he won't. And I'm not trying to influence him in any way, but he won't do that. He's going to, it's exactly the same what he did when he got caught about the tree, right? Because it was so lame, so stupid, so low and not well thought through that he got caught. And then he said, ha ha ha, it was just a joke. No, it wasn't. He just didn't deliver it. He wasn't even good enough to make people believe that he is in the Philippines. How stupid is that? You just go in a fucking 7-Eleven or in a Jollibee, or you have like a family of Filipinos in front of you, and then you say, I'm just here in Mactan. I want to give a shout out to this and that. Actually, I could do things like that, because I have pre-recorded stuff on my cell phone. When I travel to places, I
Dude,
pre-record
when
stuff.
you live in Hawaii, okay, if you go over to the base and
Mm-hmm.
you walk into any of the clubs over there, and a lot of the clubs they have slot machines. I remember my ship pulled into Hawaii, and we were only there for a couple of days. We went over to the enlisted club, and I said, "Come on, guys, let's go hit the slot machines." And they're like, I says, "Look, there'll be plenty of Filipino women in there." That's all he had to do. Civilians can get on the base now. If he walked on the base, he could have walked into the commissary. There would have been all Asian women fucking doing the checkout, fucking bagging the bags. He could have fooled them like that. But
I mean, in Hawaii anyway is like what? Like that's basically Philippine territory already.
yeah,
Let's
no
be
shit.
honest, it's like 30% or 35% of the population traces its root back to the Philippines. I mean, they even had a governor, Benjamin Cayetano, couple of years ago. It was a little bit longer than a couple of years ago. It was the first Filipino-American governor, Ben Cayetano.
Yeah.
I mean, Hawaii is basically the Filipino state. They actually should change the name from the Aloha state to the Filipino state. It's Philippine occupied territory in the United States, ladies and gentlemen. Just in case you didn't know yet.
Or what's the Tagalog word? Mabuhay?
Mm-hmm.
The Mabuhay state.
Yeah. I mean, dude, so you got to stand in an open field and stand in front of American palm tree and say you're in fucking Philippines.
It would have been so easy, but you
Wow.
don't need to do it in your fucking backyard where people will look at it and say, wait a second, that palm tree, that was on the same vlog he did when he was walking around his house. So he can't be in Mactan, Cebu. And when he got
Oh,
caught,
God.
when he got fucking caught with his pants down, ho ho ho! I knew it. It was intentional. I'm just being fun, and it's exactly the same. It's exactly the same pattern.
Can I?
Watch out! He will come with it. Said I knew from the get go. It wasn't like that. I knew from the get go. The thing is, WTF told me earlier before we went live. He's
Yeah,
just trying to
right.
cover his fucking ass. It's basically I attack Alo, but I
Mhm.
don't want to pay the price for it. So I'm going to say somebody else gave the info to me. I'm just a messenger. Translated, this means I hold a grudge against these guys. I want to go after them. I want to fuck them over, but please don't fuck me back because I'm just a messenger. And when he gets caught, he says, "Okay, okay, okay. I knew it from the get-go. Ha ha ha. We all had fun. I'm also about fun and laughter. I'm also about drama. I'm one of you guys. We are just giving all these people entertainment." Nah, all the stupid people will believe you. Only the fucking cocksucking idiots out there will believe you that that's the truth.
Mhm. I want to say something just real quick, and it's just off topic. I want you guys to hack at it. To DNC and
Cutting out, bro.
okay, sorry about that. I gave you guys a wrench. To the guys that I gave a wrench, I don't give those out to anybody, but anybody that talks about someone's children or their family, they're gone. There's no chance. So you have that full. I want you guys to be kind of be watching in the background, because as this show is getting bigger, I got to pay attention to a lot as to have my back. So I just wanted to throw that out there. Go ahead, guys. Sorry about that. Go ahead, Ella. Sorry.
No, I just saw that. Yeah, you mean Jack Thompson and DNC, and I think that's a very good choice as far
Right.
as giving them wrenches is
Hmm.
concerned. You're good guys, and
Yeah, I've known Jack
yeah,
for a while, and I've talked to Jack, and he's a good guy. Can trust him, and then DNC is a good guy also. So I'm not
yeah.
going to sit there like these other idiots and, oh, I'll give you a wrench because you bought me a coffee. What a fucking idiot. No.
I know who you're talking about.
Yeah, you
Buy
know
me a
who I'm talking.
coffee. I'll give you a wrench, man.
Yeah.
Lay down.
Hey, Popeye, make a comment, and I'll throw one at you too, because you may be watching in the background and see something I don't. Oh, known you for a while. So anyway,
But so guys, I want all you guys down there, down south, Dumagetti, fucking Mo, all you fucking motherfuckers. There's some lady boys heading your way to talk to your wives. Okay, so I made those arrangements this morning, and 15,000 miles away, I'm gonna reach out and fucking touch you like AT&T, you know. So be on the lookout, man. There's gonna be some pissed off Filipinas.
yeah, no shit. That's funny. That's fucking funny. But as always, Popeye, it's fun watching your video. I want to give a shout out again to Alu. Awesome detective work. Awesome work. A well, not necessarily a new guy. How long has he been out there in the background? Alu? Can't
Who?
remember. Alu?
Oh, he has been around for a very long time, but the thing
Yeah,
is that
I've
he
seen him.
has never been so present as he is now. He's very visible now. That's what I mean. But he always commented, and what he usually does is he writes very long comments compared to others,
Yeah.
and it's always on the spot, very entertaining, always right on the money, and um, often I would actually pin those comments, in the comment section. They are really that good. And when he came out with his vlogs, it's just like fucking killer vlogs. I mean, talk about vlogs that can fucking destroy a person. And Alu Manotti fucking delivered. I mean, the stuff that's out there is not only hilarious and funny, but it's on the spot. And, it's the combination of mocking a person, but based on facts. Because again, as you know, I had no ideas about all these fucking military terms and codes. And then I went over there where he did several blogs about certain people in the Philippines genre. And the one that came out last week is I'm really telling you, I really mean this, is probably one of the best blogs that I have ever seen in this community. Right up there in the top 5. And on I just can't really remember anything else. I mean, the other stuff is probably when we came out with certain court documents, when we found certain court documents related to a court case in the US. I don't want to get into details here because I don't want to bring that up again. But that is probably that was the other big one, I would say. But in the last 3 years, post-pandemic, Alu Manotti. And if you guys haven't checked it out yet, I really highly recommend that you go over there and check out his work. Fantastic.
Yeah,
Really
he's got a good channel, man. He
Yeah.
does. Illuminati, he's got a good channel. I went over there, commented a few times on some of his videos, and he's kind of like me. He puts Easter eggs in them too.
Yeah. And sometimes, and I want to just, since this came up, with some guys, and Alu Manotti is one of these guys, you can just tell that behind that name, Alu Manotti, and behind that guy is a decent dude who is doing the right thing. Somebody who is just somebody who you would want to call a friend or be befriended with in real life. Because sometimes it's really not hard to figure out what kind of a person would write such a thing and edit stuff like that. And and that's the difference between us and them, because we have these kind of people in our community where you would say, hey, if that was my friend in real life, that would be a good kind of person. It's just you can just say it's a decent person behind this. And with all these other guys, obviously it's not just opinion based, because when you read these comments, you just know. I mean, sometimes you just have to listen to your guts and to your sixth sense. And in our guys, I just don't know if we have criminals among us. People who bail on their fucking wife and do not support their kids, run from the law. The Discord guys, the original fucking Discord group, and also the one that's still active now, and the people that I talk to on a regular basis on FB, you know who you are. You guys have one thing in common. It is decency. Decency. And the lack of criminal behavior where you take advantage of people. That's the common denominator here. And I can't say that about the other guys, because when we looked at their fucking past, criminal fucking shit, beating women, pedophilia, running from the law, scams and frauds, man, overstayers, and so on and so forth. And then point at us and say, but Arlo said on YouTube. Really? That's all you fucking got? But Arlo said this and that on YouTube. Yes, said something for the purpose of fucking maybe dark humor and maybe disgusting humor, if you want to talk about that. Okay, I give you that. Fine, but these are the guys who actually do shit in real life, like fucking criminal shit in real life. Beating up women, fucking rape and children involved, and guys getting fucking handcuffed on TV, on fucking Philippine evening news, And then others who get caught because they were in a room with minors. I mean, these are the bad guys, and you know they still get support in this fucking community. So we are not the same. We are absolutely not the same. If you can't see that, you are part of the fucking problem. Because you think we are the bad guys because we talk shit or stuff you don't like. It's just fucking words coming out of a fucking speaker in front of you. In front of you from that fucking screen.
See,
That's all there is.
that's the problem with today's generation.
Yeah.
Words fucking hurt them. Right? Words.
You nailed it.
You take the Jerry the Fairies, you take the fucking goddamn Bamas, and you take people in that age group. They're like, you throw a few words at them, and oh my god, the fucking sky is falling. You know, it's as simple as that. Fucking hit them with the truth. Oh,
Yeah.
You hurt my feelings.
I want to say hi to the guys in the chat who just tuned in. I saw Scott Del Fuego and the equally great Michael Fazio also in the chat. Hi, Michael. How are you doing?
Guys, I gotta take my little buddy out here. I'll be right back.
Oh yeah, no problem.
Not if it is Ruth Langmore, DNC. Not if it is Ruth Langmore, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, see, that's really the difference. I mean, and if you can, and I'm preaching that since fucking years. I mean, we and them, we're not the same. We are absolutely not the same. And if you can't see that, man, it's like, then it's really bad. Maybe you should go in therapy or something like that, or talk to your priest or something. I don't know what you do when you are experiencing or facing a fucking crisis in your life. You don't know what is going on. I mean, you saw it. You have been around. I don't think that there are any newbies in this fucking community. They must have figured out by now who are the bad guys, who are really the bad guys. The bad guys are not the ones that talk shit on YouTube. That's just fucking banter. That's just fucking letters on a screen and voices coming out of a speaker in front of you. Just as I said. Bad guys are the guys who have fucking criminal records back home running from the law, abusing women. The bad guys are the guys who sleep 3, 4, 5 nights in the Filipino jail, or are facing fucking legal issues where they beg for money because they can't come up for the fucking lawyers. Those are the bad guys. Hello? McFly? Anybody home? McFly? Jesus fucking Christ. What a top show again, WTF, man. #1 live stream. You're a fucking celebrity now. You really pulled it off. Didn't even take fucking 2 weeks, and here you are. Boom. I mean, you have been around. I know that, and I get it. But hey, I didn't expect that it would get to this fucking level. I mean, like, boom, bang, new live streamer on, new star on the heaven of drama live streamers. Here we go. I mean, talk about taking the community by storm.
Well, usually good prevails over evil, and its time has come to weed out these fucking rats that are over here in the Philippines fucking abusing the people and the culture. Enough's enough. And you know what? I've been out here for a while. I've been out here for quite a bit. I've lived in the Philippines for an extremely a long time. And I first started watching in the background. I never said a thing. And then I started poking around and making myself present and started battling. My first major battle was the Hobgoblin. I cornered him on the Go-Go Bobo. I did a lot of things. And I started getting addicted to it. And I finally said, you know what? This is my calling. I don't care what whoop whoop says. He doesn't have crap. He doesn't even, you can't do any libel shit. You claim you got all these attorneys and all that shit. You're not going to do crap. But I do know that Frank needs to sleep tonight with one eye open because you're staring at that ceiling if you got a fan, wondering how long you're going to be here in the Philippines, fucking with a multi-millionaire. This is just great. Karma's a bitch. Like you used to say, karma's a bitch. But yeah, Elo, I just love it. I got attracted into it. I got snatched like a black hole, and I just ran with it. You know, you and me came up with sort of an idea, and I just ran with it. That's all I did.
Yeah, yeah, I agree.
You
It
know,
was the right time. It's your
yes,
destiny to
yes,
dominate this fucking YouTube community here. And you know, over the next few weeks and months, there will be a lot of shit happening. A lot of shit will
uh,
go down here, and people will
yep,
try to sabotage this. But you know, that's a way of saying we take these guys seriously. We need to do something about it. We need to prop
hmm,
up one of these other channels to compete with us, and that's usually the next phase. It's basically it always follows a certain pattern. They see that the channel is doing good, so they will try to push a wedge between us. That's not going to succeed, and then the next thing is that they will start to go on other channels, certain people that already started, and all of a
right,
sudden there are like side comments and stuff like that, and they are trying to influence a couple of other live streamers, and they say, hey, did you hear what WTF said about you? And then maybe we should do a live
hmm,
stream. I'm coming on your panel, and then it's on. You know, it's like it's a little bit like RRR versus the Shill, you know, from
yeah,
Gay
yeah.
Deal, where Gay Deal thought he
Well,
could
I want
pull
to
it
make
off.
sure, like, right, make sure everybody knows that it isn't. You can call him what you want, but his new name for me is Jay the
The Gay.
Gay Real Deal, or Jay the Gay Deal, whatever you want to call it. And then that little cutie pie Armenian terrorist over there in Valencia hanging out, he's got a new name also, the Valencia Hobo.
Hobo.
The Valencia Hobo. The most perfect name for this guy. So I hope you enjoy it. You know, that's what you get, bitch, for talking shit about guys in the service. Guys that have given the sacrifice to their country.
Who
You
you
little
giving that
bitch.
nickname to?
I gave the Jerry the Fairy is the Valencia Hobo.
Oh God.
Yeah.
You know, CW is actually here because it's the guy who came in the chat. The guy who says, "I got you, little guy." Go back, CW, and listen to the first part of this live stream here. You got nothing. Okay, you got nothing. And you know it's just no. I mean this is really stupid, guys. I mean the guy comes in here and makes these comments, and then we were talking about the whole fucking masterpiece that I just pulled. Go back to Frank, ask him where he got the email from, listen to this live stream here. You got nothing. We have planned this since fucking months just because a guy had a watch. And it's not half Swedish, it's half Swiss. I saw your comment, I copied it, I will discuss it again for weeks and months to come. The masterpiece will be dissected, put out blogs about how to interpret it, uh, you know, a series, how to be a super troll, 50 fucking blogs, how to be a super troll, how to hide your identity, how to pull off shit on YouTube, why you take down your channel just after you have been quote unquote doxxed, and how it looks like for people like him, uh, things like that.
Yeah, I agree. You know, you guys are always awesome. I've watched you guys for a long time. Like I said in the background, I used to watch your RRR. I was getting the context, how the structure, how you guys formed that channel. Completely awesome. Used to laugh my ass off when you used to attack Jerry the Fairy or the Valencia Hobo, whatever you want to call him. I love it. And this gave me some incentive to continue the tradition a little bit. Not claiming I'm good as you guys, but I'm trying to start, and I think it's rolling pretty good. You know,
It is. I
so
mean, when you start pissing off guys like the Fairy or the Valencia Hobo, then you're doing a good
right,
job. It's actually no. Just for some background info, why is there a WTF hate crew anyway? How did this all start? And it actually started with you, WTF, and I mentioned that to you a couple of weeks ago.
yeah,
I found out about that encounter you had with the Valencia Hobo. I listened
right,
to it and I said, boom, this might be the first time since a long time that the Valencia Hobo lost his temper. The only other guy who ever accomplished that on a live stream was actually Popeye.
hmm,
Remember, is Popeye still here? Is he still on the
Yeah,
panel?
still here.
Yeah.
yeah, yeah,
There are only two guys, ladies and gentlemen, who got under Jerry K's skin on a live stream. One, WTF on Big F, and the other guy, Popeye. Let me remind you, a couple of years ago, Popeye was on a live stream. The fairy was on a live stream. And then the fairy started to fucking lose his temper and said, Popeye, you're never going to make it to the Philippines. You have not been in the Philippines for years. And he went fucking crazy. And I
Called
still
me a
remember that.
fucking asshole,
That was the
fucking
fucking
idiot.
first time that he lost his temper. And ever since, he tries to control his fucking temper. And then the second time that was not public, when we started the original Discord group, he said, Alo, I need to talk to you. And I said, what's going on? I did not work all my life to get to this point, to have John Doe insult me on Discord. Either it's him or me. You have to block somebody, else I'm out. I was like, fuck you, Jerry. Then go. No? But that was not public. And he knows that. And the third time, public again, when he lost his fucking temper with WTF here. And I wondered, how did that happen? How did WTF do this? I reached out to him and I knew from the start, when I listened to that fucking live stream, I listened to it 2 times, I knew WTF is hate crew material. And the rest is history. And here we are, we dominate again. Boom.
and I'll
And
be honest on
if
that.
you're perfectly honest with yourself,
Yeah,
let me just put that out there. There will be never another RRR.
no,
RRR is like the fucking Mona Lisa of YouTube. Okay?
that's right.
But what the Mona Lisa is, or the Michelangelo in the world of art and sculpturing, that's RRR. And everyone who was on RRR became fucking legends that will live on
Mm,
forever. Okay?
that's
But
right.
if you are perfectly honest with it, with yourself, if you, and I said that before, inhale, and you see Popeye is here, I'm here, WTF is here, and you exhale, there's a little bit RRR in the air, and that's all that matters. And I believe that's why you are here too. That's what we missed, right? RRR air. Number one, always will be.
But
And that's
you know,
it.
in my book, Jerry will always be the used car salesman. Sleazy, greasy, fucking smarmy motherfucker. You know?
Yeah, I don't remember that show Brain Dead now, what happened in the beginning, but the thing about me, like me and Ella were talking, once I smell blood like a shark, then I go in for the kill and I fucking seen it and I attack. The same thing that happened with the hobgoblin. I just cornered it and fucking attacked. And that's what I am really good at, you know. And I seen that and he was on the street and I said, fuck it, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna humiliate him. And I told him to go back to his fucking wife and kneel down. And I don't know. I just, some reason I hate that motherfucker. I don't, it's a passion. He's now taken the #1 spot away from Bama, the hobgoblin. That motherfucker's got it now. And I won't stop. That's it, period. I won't stop.
Freebird is in the chat. I don't think that your statement is correct. I mean, a few days ago when he started to dox me and came out with all that stuff, if that were true, I would give him the title of the biggest and the best. Epic, the king of hate has been exposed. But what's his name again? Freebird. If you have time, just go back, listen to the first part of this live stream where I explained to you why the Bantayan Brawler is not number one, and why we are number one, and why and how I delivered that masterpiece to make Frank look like a complete fool. And he still is making a complete fool out of himself. It's a fucking masterpiece, man. Wow. I can't stop fucking talk about it. I mean, it's just so good. I mean, I was like,
see this shit. I'm getting threats now. I think your resident troll is pissed. Okay. But, I mean, I don't know who you are, Heidel. I don't care who you are.
That's Ross Bundo.
Okay. You sit behind a screen. You probably weigh 300 fucking pounds. You have pimples all over your ass from eating Choco Cocoa Puffs, and screaming at your mom for another fucking Hot Pocket. All right. I mean, dude, if you had any fucking balls at all, you would come up here on the live stream. We would hear your voice. And, tell us what you really think. We'd love to hear it. But
that guy is a complete loser. Will never go on a fucking live stream. He's a complete loser. Not worth to even talk about the guy. But we believe it's probably Ross Bando. And if it isn't Ross Bando still needs to be fucking threatened. Because Ross Bando is a guy who lives in the Los Angeles area. We have a clip where he stood up. Because he had a clip once. Did a live stream. He came on different shows. Also went on my show. And then there was just a split second where he got up from the floor because he was doing some, I don't know, yoga shit or some gymnastics or whatever. And then the camera turned on him and then he is on there. And lucky, I mean, he's a lucky son of a bitch, because if we would have found out who he is, he has some sort of a construction business, he's a contractor, drives around a lot. If we would found out where he is, man, we would just go fucking all in big time. I mean, like, wow, like death threats and shit like that all day long. But the thing is, it's really not worth it. It's because we do not know who he is. If we would know, we would make him go away. It wouldn't take us a minute. I mean, the usual stuff.
That's right. Dang, I'm surprised, Papa. You got like a lot of energy for being that late. What is it in Florida right now? 12:30 and dang.
Yeah, 12:30 in the morning,
Yeah.
I mean, when you're getting 2 retirement checks and not even collecting Social Security yet,
Uh-huh.
you can sleep in the morning. And that comes with over 36 years of working.
Yeah, that's right. Which Obama wouldn't know about, but
36 years of working. Okay, retired from the military, retired from the local government. 2 checks coming in, no Social Security yet. Right? Not old enough for Social Security yet.
Do you guys have a IKEA over there where you are at, Popeye?
Do I have any what?
IKEA. Is there a IKEA nearby your place?
IKEA.
Yeah, I say IKEA.
Yeah. Well, you're probably pronouncing it right. It's fucking Euro trash shit. So.
Yeah. Do you have one nearby?
Yeah, I think so. Why?
Have you ever been there? Have you ever tasted the Swedish meatballs? Fucking love the Swedish meatballs, man. They have they have an IKEA now in Manila. I mean, the biggest in the fucking world. I mean, fucking huge. That thing is like a big blue fucking box along Rojas Boulevard, I believe, like next to Mall of Asia. That thing is fucking huge. And I went there on the last the so-called meeting de avance by now President Marcos, and I mean hundreds of thousands red shirt supporters there, and everybody was like lining up, for the fucking IKEA meatballs. They fucking love those IKEA meatballs, ladies and gentlemen. The official partner of the NBA.
They got this. I think you're a foodie. Am I correct?
I am, yeah, just like you.
Okay.
Mhm.
They got this website called Gold Belly.
Mm-hmm.
Now, when I was a kid in Massachusetts, my father every year, like if my birthday come up, he would get me a birthday cake, and he would go to this Italian bakery called Montilio's and get a rum cake with the buttercream frosting, the flowers on it. You cut it open, you got the vanilla custard, you got the chocolate custard, you got the rum soaked all the way through it. It's just fucking to die for, right?
And that was where again? At Steve Montelli's bakery shop.
Montelio's.
Okay.
not Steve Montelli.
Montelio's, okay.
Yeah,
That's
Wait, hang on,
fucking
hang on
funny.
a second. Hang on a second. Is that the purple their brand, Montelio's, the one that you just mentioned? Is it purple? The tag?
I think so. Yeah.
Then I fucking know that.
Yeah.
Because there is a Shang Plaza that's a high-end shopping complex in Manila. They have a Montelio's, or just the one that you just mentioned, and their fucking ice cream and cakes is just fucking off the charts.
Yeah.
It's really that good. It's like I had it like a couple of weeks ago, and I was standing there. Can you give me a scoop of the salted caramel and the French vanilla? And I was just going through the whole fucking assortment. I was like eating for thousands of fucking pesos ice cream. It's like,
And
that's why I remember.
this company has been in business since the 1940s, right? Since the height of the mafia, right? So here in a few days, my cake will show up, and I'll shove it in the refrigerator. It'll defrost, and boom, there you go. And I ordered 2 racks of rib from Kansas City, baby back ribs.
Oh shit, you're making me hungry now. Fuck.
Oh, baby, so because like here in Florida, you go to the supermarket, you really can't get the proper ingredients, and you really can't get as good baked goods here because we're at sea level, and some places are below sea level. So it's very difficult for yeast to rise properly. And it's also very difficult because the water here is very hard and there's not enough alkali in the water. And that's the key to baking when it comes to your rolls, your cakes, any proper amount of alkali in the water. And the water can't be hard water. Okay. So yeah, Montilio's Bakery, baby. That's the place. And see, Jack Thompson knows what I'm fucking talking about here.
Montelio, white. It's like Montelio's is written white, and the background is purple.
Yeah, I believe so.
Yeah, these are Irish, and these are Italian immigrants who went to Ireland, started the ice cream shop, and then it expanded all over the world. If it's that company, I'm going to check that out. Fucking ice cream is just off the charts. The best fucking ice cream I had. The other one, I mean, the second best. The best is really the Swiss ice cream. It's called Mövenpick. You might have heard heard of that one, and they have actually a hotel. If you guys are in the Cebu area, there's a hotel, Swiss hotel, Mövenpick, and they have Swiss ice cream there. And if you ever go there, try the creme brulee. I mean, it's the best fucking ice cream. It's the best ice
I
cream
gotta
for the
ask you.
#1 live streamers.
I gotta ask you, does that Montelio's have gelato also?
They do have.
Have you tried it? Was it any good?
It is.
Okay.
They got semen flavor also.
Oh,
They call it Steve's. I don't know why. They call it Steve's. I mean, there's still this guy in here who's talking about the birthday party. CW, don't you fucking get it? Listen to the first part of this show, because you're making yourself look like a goddamn fool out there. The info that you were given has been explained at the beginning of this fucking live stream. And even Frank knows now that he has been fucked, that he has been trolled. I mean, and Jerry Rizzo was here and told our guys that I was planning this for 2 months now. And it just surprises me, and then actually doesn't surprise me that it was you who actually promotes the idea that guy is me, and then you still keep bashing. You even have his picture up there, with that wig or something. I mean, you're really making yourself look like a fool. And I actually copied your stuff over on Bama's live stream where you called others dumb fucks because you said that's really Aloe. It's 100% him. I mean, please. I mean, it's because you lost. I mean, it's like big time.
So I tell you what, Alan. When the cake comes, and I defrost it, because what they do is they make it and they flash freeze it, pack it in dry ice, and ship it overnight. And then you just get it, unpackage it, put it in the refrigerator, and let it slowly defrost, and boom, it's a beautiful fresh fucking cake. So what I'll do is I'll vlog it, the packaging of it, and I'll cut it open.
That's fucked up.
And I'll make a Popeye short out of it, and I'll even say things like, Jesus, even fucking Hobgoblin with no teeth can eat this.
That's fucked up.
Just melts in your mouth.
If it is really the same company, I will reciprocate that, and I will do a vlog about the ice cream. and I actually owe Nico still a vlog, I think, about the double pecan choco bar or something like that. I just read in the chat. Scott Del Fuego says, I knew a Swiss guy. They rotate the big cheese wheel near a fire, melt the cheese, and dip baked potato in it. Too good. What you are referring to is raclette. Raclette is you melt the cheese, and then the raclette cheese is you put it on onions and bell pepper, but usually you put it on steamed potatoes. It's one of the national dishes in Switzerland, and I actually had raclette in one of the restaurants, and there are various restaurants, actually, Swiss restaurants in the Philippines. I saw the other guy here, the guy who is claiming that a certain group of people have been at CW. First of all, I know it's you because you said it is me, CW, over on the live stream using the same avatar because Bama didn't know who you are, and yet you are here trying to convince us that these people, that I'm using an alter ego, and you're really convinced that you are onto something. But I have to disappoint you, just like I have to disappoint Frank, because keep an open mind here, okay? You heard that news on Frank's channel, and I just explained where Frank got that information from, and I will tell you one day, because I actually could explain this in one sentence. I could just tell you where the info came from, and then you will realize it has to be staged. It has to be fabricated, choreographed, red herring, false flag operation. These are the keywords. And I was not even aware of the fact that this has been in the planning for like 2 months now, because Jerry Rizzo mentioned that earlier.
Yeah,
And
you want to get. Hold on, you want to. There you go. Thanks for get. You should actually. You should actually fucking. What do you call it? You need to hide that from your channel. That
I actually wanna say that
Dave Phelps shit.
I have to apologize a little bit here, maybe like half baked apology, because I sound like a broken record, but it's just, I wanna enjoy that big victory of mine here when it comes to the Out of the Winter has been done.
I want to say something. Heidi, you're fucking permanently blocked, you fucking bitch, whoever you are. Tired of seeing you talking about people's children and raping. You're gone. Fuck you. Okay, go, guys. Sorry.
No problem.
So I wanted to ask you, Aloe, 30K
alter ego.
30K
it's alter ego, Steve. Yes, please. Yeah, Popeye.
Yeah. 30K in pesos is what in American dollars here?
600.
$600. So you paid $600 fucking dollars for a lawyer. That's fucking pretty cheap, man.
Yeah, it's cheap for the average dude on here, but I think it's not cheap for the below average dude in Bantayan. Oh, I think Mobile, or whatever it is.
Yeah,
you know who I mean, because that's probably the biggest amount of money he has held in his hands for years now.
Mm-hmm.
It must have killed him to turn it over to that little Filipino guy that's like 3 times smarter than he'll ever be.
Mm-hmm.
Probably. I would actually really say so. And I don't think that there was not a single moment where Bama thought, maybe I should run. I mean, like looking at it like a nice cheeseburger you want to bite into, right? And he was looking at that,
But
that.
Did you see the water bill? Did you see the water bills he was holding?
The water bill?
No, the wad of bills.
The wad, yeah.
Yeah. The 31,000.
Yeah, that didn't look like 31K.
It didn't, exactly, especially because he just folded it like that. It did not really look like a 31,000. Now that
looked
you
like no more than 10K.
I wouldn't say 10K, but I would say it was like in the vicinity of
23,
23, something like that. And I always thought he owes 32,000, not 31,000. But maybe that's just me. I don't want to interpret too much into that. I don't want to be another CW.
Well, his receipt that he showed said,
yeah,
he paid 30K. But he said something interesting on the one video that I turned into a Popeye short. Because guys like this always slip up. He said, I got to go in and finish paying the lawyer.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so that means that's telling me that you already gave him money prior to what you're doing on this live stream.
He might have been referring to the first time he was there, where he paid around, I think it was 11. I don't really know the exact 11 or 12K. And the reason, and that some guys actually said he could have stood in front of any law office. I do not believe that, because I think that he really paid it, because some people said he just took the money and didn't pay any lawyer. I do not believe that. And people often would bring up, the receipt, the scribbled receipt, and I think you guys, or some of you guys who believe that, you might have a too Western view of what is actually happening there, because we are talking about the small time lawyer here with a small office somewhere out there, who usually would issue SPAs and notarize when you buy a motorcycle, or when you buy a small pig or some chicken, shit like that, like small time. And then he just went to that guy, and that guy doesn't, it's not on the professional level, where you, like in America or in Europe, where you get a official receipt with with nice signs on the paper, and a secretary, and you drink some cucumber water in the lobby and stuff like that. No, this is a typical provincial lawyer in on
So
the
that
island of
so
in the middle of nowhere.
you're telling me that raggedy ass receipt is good to go.
That one is good to go, because the thing is, it's an
Okay,
official receipt. It's
that's all right.
handwritten. He signs it. It's absolutely good to go.
Yeah,
Of
because
course, it looks unprofessional. I give you that, but
yeah,
don't let that deceive you, because that's just how certain things are done. And
yeah,
I'm
Hmm.
used to the stuff in the bigger cities, but keep in mind he's out there in the middle of nowhere, and that's as good as it gets. Don't
so
expect some printout with seals and the fancy stuff. So
yeah,
maybe I'm naive, but I tell you, I believe that he paid the lawyer. I
okay,
believe
cool.
he paid
So
him.
what you're telling me, I mean, people say, why is Popeye talking about Philippines? I mean, Philippines has changed. They got all upset when I said, no, it ain't changed. And I see that raggedy ass receipt and I say to myself, I thought Philippines has changed. Well, I fucking guess not, right?
Yeah, but
Uh,
look, I'm one of the few guys, or I don't know if I'm just one of the few guys on here who never really paid any attention to that to statements like that. Papa has not been in the Philippines. I mean, there are guys in the live chat right now who have never been in the Philippines. So what? So fucking what? I thought about that a while, and I thought it's kind of like saying you are not allowed to talk about ice hockey if you didn't win the Stanley Cup.
yeah,
You are not allowed to be an NFL fan because you have to play in the Super Bowl to have an opinion about football.
yeah,
Or politics is not for you because you have not won a Senate seat. Stuff like that. It's the same fucking logic. Who cares? Who cares? Maybe we
Hmm.
could go in the fucking Kenya or Tanzania YouTube community. Who fucking cares? Nobody fucking gives a shit. They just try to find fault, and then they try to provoke you. And they go, WTF wouldn't have a show without Alo. Popeye has never been in the Philippines. 20
Boo.
years.
Well,
And
I
the usual Mongo shit.
beg to differ with that first one because when you were in the background holding off the other night,
Hmm.
uh, I was sitting there listening, and WTF was holding his own, and he
Yeah.
had 55 people listening.
Exactly. And I told him. And then you know what he told me afterwards? He said, Alo, maybe you're just trying to be nice here. You're just being nice here. But I thought it was a top show. It's not that easy to get on the fucking live stream when you know there's no fucking co-host there. And it happens to me too, believe it or not. I mean, there was a show, I think it was called the Frank Festival episode 2, and Jerry Rizzo was supposed to be in the show, and he actually showed up. And then I was fucking nervous. Like, Jerry, time? It's fucking 6 p.m. over here. Where are you? And they said, oh, wait a second. I'm setting it all up. Okay, but I have to go live. People are showing up in the fucking live chat. And then I went on and then just started to talk about something, give you an overview of what is going on in the community, but I was a little bit tense. I mean, you wouldn't really hear it in my voice or something like that, but I just kept going, and then boom, bang, I saw Jerry Rizzo in the chat, and okay, good, first questions. Let's start with the episode 2 here, because it happens to everyone. Because it's different, because people usually listen to this and say, okay, it's easy, you just talk into the mic, but it's different when there are like 50, 60 people out there listening to you in every fucking corner of the world. I mean,
Well,
Jerry came to me and said, hey, there's a guy over in Madagascar. I have people contacting me from the UK, all over the US, and say, I like your show, or I don't like your show, whatever. So it's not that easy. But once you get the drift, once you get into it, it becomes like routine. So I agree with you. I think WTF really did a great job. Really did a great job.
and then you have to consider. I remember when I first did a live show alone.
Hmm.
It's not easy talking into the mic
No. Yeah.
alone. Okay, even if there's only 4 people listening,
Yeah.
it's like you got nobody to fucking bounce off of. I mean, you'd even be better off having a fucking breather interrupt you every 5 fucking minutes. Hey,
Yeah, that's actually true. It's not easy because you know it's going to be recorded, and you know people will judge you based on what you deliver. So there is really no room for embarrassing yourself or for fucking failure, because people will cut you into fucking pieces. But I think that's, for me at least, that's what the thrill is all about. I like, because it puts you in a certain state. You basically can't fucking stop talking anymore when you do this shit. You know, it's like on off on off, and then once you are in, it's all the way. By the way, is that the real DNC in the chat? Is that the real DNC? I can't. By the way, the reason why I cannot chat or put comments in the chat there is because I took down, or I was hiding. I'm hiding my channel for the obvious reasons, you know, to reinforce that notion that I am hiding. But again, as I mentioned already earlier on this live stream, I will put back my channel in a few days. In a few days. So that's
I
the reason
do
why.
have a gift for DNC. DNC, send me your address, and I will overnight you the pants that I wore, the slacks that I wore in Korea, and they'd still have the huge fucking gum stain on the leg. All right, and I never got to retort to you about that fucking story. All right, so
How many people are listening right now? Can somebody give me an update here? I always see it's like
40,
frozen here.
40 listening.
40 listening. Wow, good. Wow, 3 hours. Wow,
Yeah.
not bad. Not
Guys,
bad.
if you go to the right with the 3 dots, make sure on this naked HD shit, hit hide from channel, and it won't be able to come back.
Okay. I get that shit a lot. I keep blocking it. So
No, you got to go hide from channel. It gives you delete, timeout, and hide from channel. You got to hit hide from channel.
Oh wow! Somebody just sent me something on Discord, and I wanna read it out loud. I think the other team is sticking to following strategy. They wanna make people believe that I really got doxxed. Let me read out loud the comments here. This comes from Tayan, broadcaster himself. He wrote, "The charade is over. There was no baiting whatsoever. LOL. His claim," and I believe he's referring to me, "his claim I was baited. Nope. I came out with this info out of the blue. Lame, very lame. Why was he so defensive? Bullshit about why he took his channel down. No explaining." So he wants to stick to this. He wants to stick to this. And I just think like it's hilarious, because that's the best thing that could actually happen. You can tell them the truth. It was all bad. Frank, you know who sent you the mail? You know who sent you the mail? You know who sent you the mail? You received it
Just-
Friday evening. It
just
was
say
written
it.
Friday
Fuck it.
afternoon. And you saw it Saturday morning when you opened your fucking email. How will I get that info? A City of Pines, really? What a fucking idiot. Do I really have to literally tell you what happened? It's a masterpiece. You have been baited. Okay, you win. It's me. I admit it. It's me. It's me. Okay, it's me. It's my mom. It's my dad. It's my brother. It's my sister. Everybody on there. It's me. You win. Is there anything else, ladies and gentlemen? Because I have to jump off here because it's already
Yeah.
1 o'clock. I probably will go over to IKEA and eat a couple of Swedish meatballs to
Yeah.
celebrate my victory.
And get some Montilio's cake, all right?
Yeah. Yeah. Don't even fucking mention that shit. I don't have access to that.
When Bobby is in the chat right now, and when he says these are absolute morons, then you really know they hit rock bottom.
Yeah.
Oh,
Jesus fucking Christ, man.
And Jerry K, have a good night. I hope you get your
Yeah.
lady boy gram tomorrow.
That's funny shit.
Oh boy. Oh.
Yeah.
All right,
Well,
gentlemen. Have
it's
a good one.
want to. Yeah, you too, Popeye, and sleep well. Enjoy the retirement, and
Wish
like
you a
we
good
all
night.
do. Yes. And I want to thank all the viewers out here, everybody that tuned into the show. We will have another show as usual Saturday at 10 a.m. And hopefully we'll have Rizzo or someone else maybe might pop on. I look forward to that. And Aloe, thank you very much for showing up as usual.
Thank you for having me on. Always a pleasure. I enjoy this, and I look forward to many, many more hateful fucking live streams on this channel here. And thanks to everyone who was listening to this, and everybody who is out there who will catch the podcast later on. And Frank, I give you a thumbs up. If you would unblock me, I would really give you a thumbs up over on your channel. I really love the stuff that you put out. Please keep going.
Yes, yes. Okay, guys, you have a good night, and we'll see you Saturday.